I will say something to work on. We got to
Okay,
go.
let's go. So, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Financial First Aid. Financial First Aid, we help entrepreneurs recover from bankruptcy and move forward in making them the unstoppable entrepreneurs that we know that they can be. Today, oh, wait a minute. Today, allow recording. There we go. Today, I have the pleasure of having Jubril Wilson doing business as an accomplished, I'm sorry, an accomplished person, expert in the realm of financial literacy. He has a wealth of knowledge and experience. He's dedicated his career to helping individuals navigate the intricate world of personal finance and wealth management. As a coach instructor in the $100,000 a day course, Jubril's passion for teaching shines through as he imparts his invaluable insight and skills to empower aspiring financial enthusiasts. His teaching style is engaging, making complex financial concepts accessible and understandable. He's not only a trusted educator, but also a dedicated guide in the journey to financial empowerment, helping clients make informed decisions and secure their financial futures with professionalism and integrity. Oh, wow, that is such a great honor to have you on my podcast today.
Well, thank you so much. And you are a student and a colleague, a partner, one of the first to say yes to our inaugural program, Mindset to Monetization, the 100K day program.
Yes,
And I'm so proud of you that you finished and you
yes.
complete. But as you were going through the program, you had asked if I could be on your podcast. So that didn't get you any extra points for being in the class. However, you still, I was really honored. So a lot of our students, I say I'm approachable and I help you because wealth is for everyone.
Yes,
So
it is.
if I have wealth or I have a past to understand how you can get the wealth, which is not just wealth for you, it's generational wealth, then why wouldn't I make myself accessible? So even though the course is over, we still have a lot of work to do.
Oh, for sure. Yes,
Thank
indeed. And so, what my podcast is directed towards is helping entrepreneurs, and you are an entrepreneur in every sense of the word.
you.
You're really into the multiple streams of income thing, and so let's kind of start out at give the audience kind of a background of where you're coming from because you're into the coaching program, but you initially started out doing real estate
Yes,
as a real estate agent. So tell people a little bit about that.
sure. Well, I got my real estate license in 2006, and I didn't sell any homes. Really didn't sell any homes. I just had the license, and my former wife at the time, we had some homes, so we started purchasing them ourselves, and then we also decided that we need to get our mortgage license so that one person could do the mortgage side, other person could do the real estate side, and
Great.
it was great. It was great. And at that time, doing it around 2007, 2008, we didn't have a lot of. Oh no, pardon me. It was going really, really fast at that time. The market, I don't know if you remember, a dog could get a house. I mean,
Yes.
it was very, very easy. A dog could get a house. I mean, because it had stated loans and
Yes.
you could just say whatever you had. And as long as you had a certain credit score, you can get the home. So we had purchased 7 homes in 3 different states in 18 months. And our
Wow.
goal was to do 10, to do 20 within the next 2 years. So we were on our trajectory. But the equity was inflated and we didn't count our costs. We just were rolling so much that we didn't think about putting money to the side. So when the market crashed, we were upside down, and so was our marriage. So
Oh
we,
no.
right, so we ended up both fell in chapter 7, bankruptcy. We had a daughter, we still have her, and divorce, and it was a disaster. So I
Yeah.
stayed low for a little while, but I took those principles and understood, and now I prepare. And now it also taught me to have more than one stream of income.
Great. That's fantastic. And that's what this the podcast really is all about, helping entrepreneurs to understand, okay, now you had a little bit of a hiccup with whatever it is you do, and now let's figure out how to get you back on track. and not only get you back on track, but put you in a situation where you don't find yourself in bankruptcy again. So
Yes.
yeah. So basically, really, what happened to you, and it happened to so many people back in 2008 and 2000, from 2007 to 2010, a lot of people were struggling with that same thing. What did you do? What did you and your wife, unfortunately your ex-wife, but what did you do to really kind of put yourself back together and understand, okay, what do I need to do to become successful again? Because you were successful. You just, had a bit of a challenge.
Well, absolutely. Thank you. I had to decide because I had another episode where during that time, the doctors had diagnosed me to only have 2 years to live. There was a lot
Wow.
of things happen. You didn't know about that. Well, I
Right.
thought I shared it in our class, but I only had 2 years to live. So, but my daughter, what kept me going was my daughter,
Good.
and my mother, of course, was really devastated. And I just said, I have to make a decision to live as
Yes.
long as I can, take better care of myself, and make better financial decisions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I, at first, I jumped again as soon as I had an opportunity to see if I can get another home to prove to myself and the world that I wasn't a failure. It wasn't the right time, and I'm glad I didn't buy that property. But
Mm-hmm.
that's where I was at that moment. But as time went on, I had to get my mortgage license again, so I put myself in place,
Mm-hmm.
switched brokerages to get to a brokerage where I could build slowly and go
Mm-hmm.
consistently. And by 2017, I discovered, and this is the message I want to tell everyone: it's good to have multiple streams, but you should have one niche. It should be
Okay.
one thing that when I see Vera, I know that that's what she does.
Yes. Okay.
Let's just say it's cookies. Let's say you bake cookies.
Okay.
Everybody knows for Christmas, for if they have you coming to bring something, it's those cookies.
Uh-huh.
In the fights, it's your cookies.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You have the cookies, and you can make streams within based off the cookies. But
Yes.
it doesn't mean you have cookies, now you do a trucking business. Now it's two different. What else can you do
Yes.
you're known for that other people will like and trust you, because there are two different industries. It's hard for people to take you seriously.
Right. Right.
And if you think about comedians, they can speak, that they can command a crowd. So it is easier for them to transition to movies.
Yes. True. True.
And
Yep.
some of them write their own act or comedy, so they know how to write their script for the movie.
True.
But it's
True.
all within the same, and they can get their own merchandise because
Right.
they're branded, so
Right.
they know how to make money that way. And social media is made where you could be a millionaire overnight. If you had 1 million followers and said for $1, only tonight, you can get this
Yes.
for $1.
Yeah.
And they say like and share. So then you have your 1 million followers and they like and share to saying 3 people overnight. I meant this, it could be within an hour, not even overnight.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Social media,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how you create multiple streams.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, and
What
that's a
today?
great that's great advice and information for entrepreneurs. Like we were just saying a few minutes ago, my husband always says, "Stay in your lane." And what you're basically saying is, it's okay to have multiple streams, but do it in such a way that it kind of I guess dovetails into other streams, but it's still connected to the main thing that you do.
Right.
I mean,
A message just resonated with me just by talking to you is, and you could say it with me. Don't say it with
don't,
me.
don't,
Start
don't start
over again.
over again. Okay.
So when you switch industries, you didn't maximize what was working already, which was coming. You've already stopped and gone to something else.
Yes. Yes. True. True.
You're jumping, and the way, and when you do that, the clients that you attract will do the same thing. Look for the
Mm-hmm.
next shiny penny, because
Mm-hmm.
you know why? Because you're not committed. Something, a vibration about you shows that you're not in it. Suppose
Mm-hmm.
you knew that whether we did this today or 5 months from now, the real Jubril was going to still be here. You
Yeah.
knew that, and it would be even a better version of it. Don't know how to, but you knew I wasn't going to all of a sudden say I want to be a manager at Home Depot just because maybe it's tough for the first 3 months and I just switch up, you knew I wouldn't do that.
Right.
You know
Right.
how certain people you take it for granted, but you know they come into play. They come in to show up and they're going
Right.
to play big.
Right. Right.
The way I did that course was beyond what you probably imagined or we even promised. You knew that. Once
Yeah.
you got used to me, you said, I'm calling you saying, where are you? Come on, where are you?
This is true. Yep. Yep, absolutely. So now the one stream of income is the real estate business. You're a real estate agent, real estate broker. Okay.
Do you want me
Then
to break it down? Do you want me to break it down the whole model? Sure.
yeah, let's
Stay with
do
me. Sure. It's 4 components of it, but they're
right.
all intertwined.
Yes.
So call it RTC-A. R, which started me, was real estate.
Mm-hmm.
New home construction, as you see, New Home University.
Mm-hmm.
The T, the T is test prep. And
Okay.
that's how I met so many aspiring realtors, future brokers who needed help on the test prep. Because 2 years ago, I felt it took me 7 times to beat that exam. So I created a system of how to beat the exam with artificial intelligence, because when you take the exam, they have artificial intelligence that tracks you and sees the patterns and understands what you don't know.
Okay.
Playing a video game.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool.
These are things that I know. So that's the R is real estate, which is more, but the niche is new home construction. That's what's helped me get to where I am. And when you're a specialist, then people know who you are.
Yeah.
New home specialist. E is test prep, because I wanted to become a broker to have more control and to write books and to speak. So I became a broker and got a doctorate. So these are certain credentials that you have that separates you and show people who you are.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
So that's the R, the T, now the C. How you met me, coaching and consulting.
Yes. Coaching and consulting, yes.
Right. One of the biggest industries is recession proof if you do it right and you establish yourselves and get the right connections. How I had the right connection to meet you.
Yes.
So we have R, T, C, and A. Affiliate partnerships, which is that's where the passive income comes in. That's where the networking comes in. That's where if I had a product and I say, hey, Vera, you already have taken my mindset to monetization course. Here's an affiliate link. Just tell people your experience. And when they join, you will get credit and you will get paid.
Yes. And I'm working on getting that set up.
Right.
Getting it set up. Yes, indeed.
Do you see so you see how it works? It's a niche within niches. And these are all of the things that I can do. And some of it is Zoom. Zoom is a great partner, as you can see.
It is. Yes, it is. Because
sorry to interrupt you though, but yes,
no, that's fine. I'm loving it because you're making my job so much easier. As the host of the podcast, you just keep flowing. It's great. I love it.
I'll be honest, you know me. You've been in my course. I'm honest. I just want to get straight to the point. I don't want to make it real complicated. You don't have to, and listeners, you don't have to have 4. It just evolved into 4 as I recognize problems. If I recognize what people needed, I couldn't wait 2 years down the line when I had to start doing it as it went. And all 4 of them help heal me. All 4 help me. Because real estate, right now, the market is not the best.
Right.
Thank God I have new home construction.
Right.
Because that's what I do. And we have newhomeuniversity.com. They went on that. They could see future properties, featured properties, the test prep. Oh, everybody and their grandfather wants to get their license for real estate. Everybody wants to be a realtor. Cool. So, but it's not that easy. And since everyone wants to do it, they make the exam a lot harder because they have less inventory and so many people want to be a realtor. People who retire want to be a realtor. You got spouses that one is doing it, so that they want to pull the other one in it. So they look at that as the new income, the new way out. And so I caution you to you're going to need more than your friends and families to stay relevant in this business. Yes. You don't want to survive, you need to thrive.
Yes. Yeah.
We got real estate test prep, coaching and consulting. Everybody wants to be a coach, but the first person you need to coach is yourself. You need to look in the mirror and make sure that whatever you're doing, you can stand behind and it's worth something. It's worth something, but you have to be your best testimony. And that's what I do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And in affiliate partnerships, you can't wait for your own products to always sell because sometimes it doesn't work. So if you think like an owner, you bring in different people. Right. I think about Tyler Perry, who's a billionaire, and you see that he's in his movies, but he makes sure he gets some studs and stars in his movies to work along. And some movies he's not in it. Medea's not in it, or Tyler Perry, and they still hit because you get talent.
Right. You're getting great talent. Absolutely. Now, recently, I forget which court it was, but a court had made the decision with regard to real estate commissions. Tell us, and I don't know how much you know about it, because really, I guess it remains to kind of be seen how this is going to play itself out. But how has that impacted the ability for realtors, or how will it impact the ability for realtors to continue to make a decent living at what they do?
Great question. I would say that's why you need multiple streams, because we don't know.
Okay.
I do know that it will affect some people. Every time there is a change, it's going to affect some people. But the better question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to wait and sit there when you hear rain is coming? Or are you going to get an umbrella and you're going to do some other things
and be prepared
where it won't matter? So I haven't even really been keeping up with it.
Right.
I barely know the interest rates because I do other things and I've already seen the trend and what's happening. So why focus on it? Why keep knocking on that door? There's time to go to a new house. That is why you saw me able, with David Simons, my partner and colleague and big brother, on what we were doing.
Yes.
And you hear me talking about real estate. We were talking about personal development, self-development, mindset.
Yeah.
Because the more you see on TV and the more you hear, it will stop you from just doing the basic things in the meantime.
Absolutely. That's so true. I'm not a big news person because of the fact that it's always doom and gloom. And all the news wants to do is sell. And people it's crazy because people will tend to be more focused on the negative than the positive. And that's why the whole mindset piece that you did with us is so very important. And I have a component of mindset within my program, the program that Financial First Aid offers, because people get so caught up on negativity instead of trying to really find the good things and work on what their strengths are, really, because their strengths are the things that are going to carry them from point A to point B. So what would you tell an up and coming or just starting out entrepreneur about what it is that they need to do to really kind of get some traction in their business right now in this post-pandemic era?
Sure. Decide that that's what you want to do. Decide that you're an entrepreneur no matter what. Even if you're working a 9 to 5, you're still an entrepreneur.
Right.
Second, you need to know how to spell entrepreneur. You can't say you're something you're not to spell it. It's ENTRENEUR, entrepreneur.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Third, you need to find a community. Find like-minded people who are entrepreneurs, who are not wannabes, real entrepreneurs who have some level of success, and get mentorship. Need mentorship. And you see coaching, it helps you because it helps you get out of your way. It holds you accountable and successful. And you measure the results.
What made you, what gave you, I know you said, your daughter was a lot of the catalyst for you but putting yourself back together again in terms of, having to file the bankruptcy, having gone through a divorce. Like you went through kind of like the whole disastrous thing all at one time, and then having health issues as well. Besides, you focusing on, I have to live because I have to live for her to make sure that she's going to be okay. What kind of, besides that, kind of gave you the strength and the resilience to say, I got to bounce back, and I got to bounce back in a big way?
I just knew it wasn't my time.
Okay.
I knew that I'd already wasted time, so I asked God for forgiveness.
Okay.
Give
Okay.
me another chance, and if you gave me another chance, I would be more humble. I'd be more happy. I'd be more hungry and more honest.
Okay. Okay.
If you're not honest with yourself, you won't be honest with other people, and you should not, absolutely should not expect people to be honest with you.
Ah, wow. Great advice. Great advice. So I always end my podcast with three things.
Sure.
I ask my guests, what could they tell my listeners to inspire them, to motivate them, and to educate them? You've kind of covered all of them during this whole podcast, but specifically,
What's the first one you want to know?
either one you want to take. Educate. How about educate?
Well, you got to seek knowledge, as my man Storm Leroy, special shout out to Storm. He says, always seek knowledge. Not only get the book or read the book, but study it. Be a student of that book.
Okay.
Pick a book on a topic that you need to know, and maybe have a mastermind group that tells you the top 20 books on a specific thing.
Okay.
And when you talk about education, I'm going to just take it one step further, and I'm going to help you and everyone else with this, since that's what we're going to end it with.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with the rule of 100?
I've heard it, but I don't know what it is.
I like when I can stump you, because you're a lawyer, and I can never take the bar.
Hey, listen, I admit that I don't know everything.
I know, but you know that law, you know that LSAT and all of that stuff, and you got all that flexing in the background. I see you. But the law of 100 says that if you study something for 18 minutes a day,
okay,
for 1 year, you will become 95% better than anyone in that discipline.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Now, I better get started.
So I practice my smile, but not for 18 minutes. But I just smile, and it does help me. So I'm maybe 10% better than the world.
There you go.
But it's true. Anything, if you were to start today on anything that you want. So when I focused on test prep, I do that more than 18 minutes a day. Mm-hmm. And it's not even scheduled. It's just you. Do you schedule to go brush your teeth every day? Mm-hmm. You just do it. Or shower.
Right. It
becomes part of you. You don't schedule to eat. You just eat. Now, sometimes we get so caught into our life, we may forget to eat, but it's going to be some things that are going to indicate that you need to eat. Right. And same way has to be with your finances, to have that financial first aid mentality. Right. And you want to be, it's as if it's a first aid kit that you're giving the people, which I appreciate, so they don't have to always open up the kit and use a Band-Aid, because you've helped them not mess up. So what you're doing, I want to end with applauding you and thanking you, and you've helped heal me financially and mentally and intellectually on this podcast. And I would love to come back at another time and just give you a report of how my financial health is, and other things about me. But
that would be so great. I would love that. Listen, how about to inspire them? I mean, to me, this whole half an hour has been inspiring.
Oh, okay. So you want me to say something about inspiring them?
Yeah, sure. Inspire.
You said one. Now okay, sure. Well, inspiration means it first starts with the mirror. Look in the mirror and you decide. Once you set a goal, Vera and team, what Vera do I want to show up to be today? You need to do that. One of my coaches was teaching me that today, John Boggs, a one-on-one coach who's amazing. He said, what kind of Jubril? Because right now I'm working on getting my A1C to 5.4.
Okay.
And that's normal level. So going from diabetic type 2 to pre-diabetic to a 5.4. But you have to, and it sounds good. All of that sounds good. That's inspiration. But inspiration without action is just entertainment. And that's what my coach, Mary Morrissey, says.
Yeah.
Who is the mother of John Boggs. So I work with both.
Nice.
Yes. So you have to, whatever you say that goal is, every day you have to ask yourself, am I living that life? Am I doing, and I said every day.
Right.
Am I doing what I said I want to have in a year? Mm-hmm. If you're not, you already know you need to stop and do it. If you say you want to be the best at something, on your schedule or your daily life, on that snapshot, does it represent what you're saying? I want to be the best. I want to be known as the best Jubril, but I want to be known as that guy that no matter what, like you said, whether we've rehearsed something or not, he's bringing it. He's bringing it. It's going to be better than it's not rehearsed, because as my coach Myron Golden taught us, we are the presentation. You don't need the PowerPoint. That's you. It's what's in you.
Right.
So I don't have to memorize. I don't have to memorize the truth.
Yep. Because it stays the same.
You see that I'm the same way, the same time, same all the time.
That's right. You are.
And I always want to pour out and give it, because this is your podcast. I'm not supposed to try to take over this. I'm just.
Yep, you're just being you. Well, I'm going to let you get back to doing.
One more. You said your education.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Motivate. I'm sorry. Yep, that's right.
I'll say I'm keeping I'm giving you what you want, Coach. Motivate. Look, once you've looked in the mirror and decided who you are, once you've gotten the education, your true motivation is your action, and tell everybody else by showing them. Tell them by showing them.
Yep. Wow.
And that will motivate the world, because I've said this before, and if I haven't, I'm for you, and you're going to get it now. The difference between good and great is you're good when you can have these results, but I'm great when I can help you, Vera, and everyone listening reach their goals and do well and do better. That's greatness. And that's all that I'm on this earth. And that is the reason why, when I had 2 years to live, God has given me more time to be great and then help others fulfill their dreams.
Wow. And on that note, we will end. And you know what? This is the first podcast of the new year. I could not have started any better than this. Thank you so much, Jubril. It was my pleasure, my honor. You take good care.
Thank you for having me. And I'll see everyone later. Remember, follow your dreams, but do them.